Hey everyone, Steady here, and in this video I want to talk about why I'm building my oyster slowly instead of taking big risks, and my long-term investing approach, obviously for myself and for people over 50, although I believe this can apply to anyone, but my videos are mainly aimed for people investing later in life. So, just want to start off by saying any of the videos I do, any of the comments I make, they're not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. So, if you're thinking of doing any investing, obviously seek out a professional financial advisor to advise you on your own investments. So, not trying to get rich quick, possibly try to get rich slowly, but I prefer slow, steady progress. And my main focus has to be consistency, patience, long term growth, reducing stress, and building steadily over time. So, yeah, with my platform and my stocks and shares ISA, obviously. First of all, it's great because it's tax efficient. No taxes in the UK, up to investments of 20,000 per financial year. And what you have to really set out and expect is that you're allowing yourself, I would say, a minimum of 3 to 5 years, but preferably 10 years, although 3 to 5 minimum, but preferably 10 years plus. Be consistent in those years. And where I mean consistency, I've set up a direct debit, say £50 a month. So whatever you can easily afford, set up a direct debit so that you've got constant investments going in. And I have automatically set up reinvest dividends. So any dividends go back in, and in turn, they buy more shares to buy more dividends to create this snowball effect. So it's building this slow, patient, but long-term growth quality, and this will, in my views, win the race and be the winner of the day. So big risk can create big stress. Fast money usually comes with bigger risk. So yeah, obviously it'd be great to get in early with something like, who knows, Nvidia, PayPal, whatever. But of course, these are the successes, and there's lots of other companies that at the time that were launched probably looked just equally as successful, or could be in the future, and weren't. So personally, I go for ETFs, which I feel are a solid base, and some selected what I think of as blue chip shares, and could be classed as boring. That's why I like to try and make this investing element exciting. But it also lowers the stress level. And one thing we want to do is not be stressful. We want to enjoy this, create excitement, and think of it as something we enjoy doing every day. Certainly not something boring. We put some money in and then tuck away to one side, not in my personal case anyway. And certainly not something we dread looking at, something we get real excitement each and every day. So, as I put in the slide, high risk investing can create emotional pressure, cause panic decisions, lead to sleepless nights, increase mistakes, and damage long term confidence. And we want to completely get rid of any of those, because that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for pleasure, entertainment, excitement, solid returns, solid long term growth, and something we can look at every day and say, wow, I'm glad I put my investments in those particular, whatever they may be, ETFs or stocks and shares. So, yeah, you want to sleep peacefully, and that's me there. It's an ideal image. Uh, Calm investing matters to me, and that's what allows you to have your sleep each night without any problems. And yeah, my approach: steady, controlled, realistic, manageable, and sustained long term. Just common sense, we would say, wouldn't we? Pick things like ETFs, stocks and shares that are fairly blue chip, that, pretty much will be there for years and years to come. I've got a certain amount of guaranteed, although nothing's guaranteed, a certain amount of guaranteed growth, possibly, certain amount of guaranteed dividend income, and we can rest easy because we know then if we reinvest our dividends, if we do regular investments by setting up, say, a direct debit, then pretty much the rocket will take off, and it will do. Now, I'm not saying we might not have some dips along the way because it's a longer winding road, as Paul McCartney sang, we'll get there in the end. And my ISA is built around ETFs. Diversification helps reduce risk. So yeah, the ETFs I've got three main ETFs. As I put there, the VWRP, the USA, and E3Qs, and they cover pretty much everything. You could just basically set up your ISA with those three ETFs and not need to do any other shares. Now, personally, I wanted a bit more, so I've added some shares, but you could quite easily just have those three ETFs and they will cover the main USA market, the S&P 500, tech specific, and also a global fund that covers all stocks and shares across the globe. So you've pretty much got everything you could ever want. So those three ETFs could quite easily be your sole investment and just keep building those up. As I say, I like a bit more on top, a little bit greedy, so I had some nice, what I consider blue chip shares in to that mix. Shell, BP, Legal in general. Just thinking of any other, Aviva. Yes, so ones I sort of known for years and, trust that they'll be there in years to come. So slow compounding still becomes powerful. Time matters more than speed. So yeah, this is what this is all about. We have to be patient. This is why we've got to allow this minimum 3-5 years, better 10 years plus. We've got to allow time, the compounding of the dividends as we reinvest them, the compounding of the direct debit we set up, so the investment each month, and all these combined together, given time, just be patient, and that slow growth along the slow path at first, but then watch the rise and the compounding and the snowball will build and build and build, and then away we go. So regular investing, reinvesting the dividends, steady growth, long-term compounding, and gradual financial security is assured pretty much. It's a simple process. There's nothing complicated about it at all. So anybody can do this who wants to do. And the only thing I would say is the sooner you start, really, certainly for me, the better. So markets drop, don't be frightened. I always mention this. Markets go down just as well as they go up. But as I say, they go down. But when they've gone down, that gives us an opportunity with the same amount invested to buy more shares, more stocks and shares, which when the market rises, we benefit from. The dividends should still be coming in. So there's no problem. We don't panic. We just think, opportunity to get more stocks and shares for the same amount of money, and then wait, patience again, and wait for it to start growing, going back up, and wait for the compounding effect as well, and away we go. So when markets fall, prices become cheaper, more shares can be bought for the same amount of money, compounding continues working, doesn't affect that, and patience becomes important. That's a key element, patience, consistency, patience, and time, and the magical compounding effect. And we've got the formula there. So build a marathon, not a sprint. So let's look at this in the long term, not the short, will I be a millionaire by the weekend? Because you're not going to be. We've got to look, as I say, 3, 5, 10 years plus, and be consistent, and we will win the race. So steady habits matter, patience matters, emotional control matters, don't panic, things will sort out, and long-term thinking matters. So investing should feel sustainable. So yes, so if you start as in setting up a direct debit. Don't set some incredible amount up and then think, oh, I can't do that. Set up some, if anything, just a bit lower than what you think's you can manage, and then just make sure it's an amount you can do without even worrying about every month. Do that, and that will go in direct out of your bank. You won't have to even think about it, and just set it up in the actual platform. So you're reinvesting your dividends, and you've pretty much done everything you need to do. So invest what you can comfortably. Don't overstretch. Set and stay within financial realistic limits. Invest steadily. That's most important. Keep learning. We're never too old to learn. I live and learn each and every day, and enjoy the journey. For me, the enjoy the journey part is pretty much as imperative and as major as all the other points of doing the investing. I want to get some excitement out of this and not just took some money away. You can do that with anybody. Took some money away and in 10 years look and think, oh, well, now I want to enjoy the journey each and every day and get excitement from seeing the dividends coming, seeing the growth, and just experiencing the whole investing side of the ISA. Let's get some fun out of it. So my final thoughts, calm investing fits me best, and I hope that's the sort of person perhaps you are, that you're going to be calm and enjoy it and get some excitement out of doing your investing, and be prepared to build slowly. That will reduce your stress, stay patient, and just think long term, and small steady steps still build something meaningful. They certainly do. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed some of my past videos and some hopefully of the future videos. I try to put excitement into this. This is the whole point. There's so many videos on YouTube, people telling your investments and the different facts and figures, and yeah, it's all important. But for me, I'm more simplistic, perhaps. But the main thing I want to put across is you're never too old to invest. So better invest than never invest, and get some excitement. Let's get a bit of excitement into this investing, and let's make it something that we look forward to doing, a part of our daily routine that we enjoy, and gives us something each morning we wake up and think, wow, I wonder what's happened today. Because that's got to be worth doing. If that gives you that sort of excitement, then it's got to be a worthwhile thing. So thank you for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed it, subscribe, like and follow. Let's spread the news, spread the channel. Yes, it helps me, but yes, hopefully it will help lots of other people. And if they've not invested, they've not got any savings, they perhaps could do with a little bit of excitement. Perhaps if I can do that for anybody, then I've certainly achieved what I'm trying to do. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video really soon. Thank you.